Archer's Green is a piece of floodplain meadow with a chalk river running at its core. It's located near Welwyn Garden City in Hertfordshire and sits between nature reserves at Panshanger Park and Turenbury. Chalk rivers are one of the most amazing wonders of the natural world. They've been likened to being our equivalent to the Amazon rainforest for the wildlife that they support. Most biodiverse, so wildlife rich out of all our UK rivers, the River Mimram and others here in Hertfordshire are home to some of our most iconic species like wild brown trout, endangered water voles, and a whole host of invertebrates like mayflies, dragonflies and damselflies. We're right in the middle of a nature and climate emergency, and we need to protect as many wild spaces as we can to give nature a home to thrive in the future.
Without people speaking up for nature, it could all be lost. And here at Archer's Green, this is a site where we really want people to embrace the value of the natural world. By fundraising to buy this site, we will ensure a home for it for decades to come. I'm Josh, I'm People and Wildlife Officer at Herts Middlesex Wildlife Trust. At the Wildlife Trust, as part of my water vole conservation work, I deal with conserving water voles, reintroducing them, surveying for them, and also surveying and identifying where invasive non-native species are within the county. Water voles are the UK's fastest declining mammal. Studies have shown that we've lost over 95% of their former distribution, and we know we've got water voles here. That's why it's so important to conserve this part of the river, because we are conserving a wider population. Species-rich grassland is a priority habitat in the UK, and it's another habitat that suffered huge declines. Here at Archer's Green, there's a lot of it, and it's quality, wet grassland. It's so important to preserve, and so much has been lost. So having the trust managing this site would certainly conserve this grassland for many years to come.
I'm Sarah, and I'm the River Catchment Coordinator here at the Trust. My role is all about protecting and enhancing these beautiful chalk rivers and the valleys they sit within in Hertfordshire. This part of the river is in a particularly good condition, and it's really important as a reference section for how chalk rivers should be elsewhere in the county, that the Trust take this on, protect it, and use it for education to improve chalk rivers elsewhere. We're fortunate in Hertfordshire to have around 20 of the world's total of chalk streams. Chalk rivers are an incredibly special type of river. There are less than 240 in the entire world, and most of them are found here in England. One of the things the Trust will be doing is to set up some extra monitoring of the river to understand the impacts that things like climate change, so droughts and flooding, and the impacts of pollution might be having on the ecology of the river. These environments need to be bolstered. We need to protect them, we need to expand them, and we need to join them up if we really are to fight the nature and climate emergency here in Hertfordshire. It would be amazing if you could help us in our quest to get hold of this beautiful piece of chalk river and the fantastic landscape surrounding it by going online to donate to our appeal to purchase Archer's Green.
On behalf of all the wildlife that's at risk of being lost here, thank you so much.